Okay, that's recorded too.
What?
Are we
no.
ready?
Shut up. No, that was not recorded.
Yeah, we're good to go.
All right, here we go, folks. We're back, and if I don't know if you heard that, we're leaving that in. Please don't edit that out. Jess wants it inside her, but we are back. It's been a couple of
Not the
weeks.
only thing she wants inside of her.
You know what? Something new. I'm about to get a car. I'm about to get a car. I just want your guys' opinion. Would you rather have me get a Mercedes or Audis?
What do you mean?
It's called Audi.
You just bought your Nissan.
But do you want me to get a Mercedes or Audi? Jess?
Audi, 100%.
That's good that you want me to get an Audi because I'm gonna fit all these nuts in your mouth.
Oh my god.
Shit, anyways.
Mark's pissed.
I know. I just wanted to say that we're leaving it in there, but we're back. Me, Jess, Mark.
Wait. Hold up. Just to check. You're good with the Nissan then?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
cool.
joking.
Cool.
That was just a joke.
Just making sure,
Yeah.
Bro, I got one too, so we gotta, make sure.
Hell yeah, boy.
Nissan.
Yeah, so we finally have. Actually, did anyone see that video of those?
Wait, pause. So, wait, Justin. If we had said Mercedes, what was line B?
What?
If you know how you asked us Mercedes or Audi, right? We said
Yeah.
Audi, but what if we said Mercedes?
I'd be like, it doesn't fucking matter because I'm gonna fit all these balls.
Okay. Never mind. I thought it was another line.
No.
Okay, never mind. Okay, you watched the video and?
Fuck. I think they're called. What do you call those people in the courthouse talking about the shit? PMs?
What?
PM members? Whatever. Fuck. I saw a video of people getting upset with Justin Trudeau about the launch of the fucking vaccine and how ridiculous it was and how he
Press
fucked
conference,
up
you mean?
everything. No, what are those people in there called? Like the people that speak, the Speaker of the House? What are they called, man?
Oh.
I might sound stupid right now.
Oh, not in court. You mean that like in the government?
Yeah, like they're having meetings in
Okay.
the House. Like, what are those people called
Okay.
again? The representatives?
Members of Parliament. Members
Yeah,
of Parliament.
there you go.
Or,
whatever.
MPF.
Yeah, like
okay.
represent. Yeah. Fuck. Sorry, man. We don't know shit. Ask me about American politics. We know that.
Oof.
We all know that.
But no, I was just watching that about the whole vaccine thing, how it was like ridiculous, like less than what? Not even a quarter of our population's fucking vaccinated.
Well, BC, we're doing good. I think we're at
I got vaccinated.
BC.
Am I
Wait, how did
shot?
you get vaccinated? I thought you're not over 30.
No,
No, I'm not over 30.
You're high risk.
I'm high
This is
risk, so I have thalassemia.
Shit,
It's
okay.
it's like a blood disorder thing. So then, and if you have iron chelation, like iron treatments or whatever,
Yeah.
or if you got a blood transfusion, or if you've had blood tests under 50 for under 60 for iron, and I've had all three, so qualified.
Oh
Kinda.
shit, I didn't get mine. My mom's getting hers next week, actually.
I get mine on Monday.
Oh yeah, you got one too, right, Mark?
Monday.
Yeah. And that's
do you
because
feel?
Surrey sucks balls.
Yeah, we can't figure this shit out here in Surrey for some strange fucking reason.
What? Apparently, you feel like what? Is it true? You feel side effects after like the first 2 hours, or what?
I felt nothing. My arm wasn't sore. I didn't have a fever. Nothing.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. At first, like I was telling my mom, like I don't even know if they gave me the shot. But my mom said her arm was a little sore. I had a
Everyone's
coworker
arm's
who
sore.
said it felt like she got Charlie horsed in her arm, and her son has a bit of a fever. He got one too. So it's
No,
basically
stop.
that's the worst I've heard is just a little bit of fever and then it goes away, or like a sore arm. But I felt nothing. So
Is it
I
just
guess
one, or
it's-
you have to get two?
One.
two,
now.
two.
Two, right?
It's-
yeah,
you get
well,
one
for
now.
The
now.
next one's like way down the road.
Wait, they said like 16 weeks. I don't even know. I wanted to get it earlier, but I don't know. They said a lot of people aren't going for their second shots. I'm hoping maybe it helps go through. At the same time, kind of
Yeah.
knowing that they're not.
Well, I mean, like, okay, so yes, the vaccine rollout has been pretty brutal. Like, I completely get it, right? But to me, it's like, it's 50-50 because realistically, I think we would have done a little better on COVID if people just would stop bitching about locking down and just do it for like 2 months and that's it. Because that's what most countries do. You suffer through it.
We're
And
not
it's
like
fine.
most countries, man. We're the best. We're the land of the free, bro. What are you talking about?
that would have been last year. If we had closed down like 3 months last year, just 3 months, 4 max. But 3 months, it would have been good. And at least by Christmas, you should have been way, way better. But it is what it is. Like now we're here.
Here we
It's
are,
kinda
fucking May already. Shit.
like, May 7th is today, and guys, we're seeing the light at least. Like my mom, like all our parents, grandparents. Hopefully, everyone's getting vaccinated, and like numbers go down because it is getting better, right, Mark?
Yes, well, no, the numbers said it ridiculous, like 7. But, like, it's gone down, but here's the thing, though. The numbers are going to plummet because now that they've opened the vaccine in the hotspots, like where I live in Surrey, now entire families can just get it done with because it just, for me, it doesn't make sense for 1 or 2 people in the house to get it when the rest of them don't, because then if one person in the house gets it, the rest of the people that aren't are going to get it, so that's why the numbers are high. But now that now that it's targeted in the hot zones, it's gonna drop, right? So
makes sense.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Justin. What were you saying?
I forgot. Oh, I was just gonna say I just want to go. Like, it's not a big thing. Like, I'll still stay inside. I just want to go outside with like without a mask. Like, I'll still social distance. I just want to be able to walk outside without a mask now. You know, like fuck.
It's really hard for me. Like, I had to go to, because it's Mother's Day this Sunday, and my mom's birthday's the same week, so I spent my days off kind of getting it together. When I was out, it's really hard to breathe sometimes with that mask, man. It gets hot. It's really, really hot. But
yeah, but I mean, it's like
still,
I'll do it. Like, it's I'm
Yeah.
not gonna complain. Like, but like, it'd be nice to not have it after like this. It's been more than a year now. Like, shit. Like, I don't mind social distancing still. Like, yeah, fuck off. Like, I've always done that anyway. But like, you know, I just want to have a walk and just not smell my own fucking
You
breath.
can go for walks. I've been going out to parks and stuff. There's nice places to go.
you just have to be really careful of
Our
like,
weather's been great.
where
Yeah,
you're
weather's
going,
been great.
right? Obviously, you know. But you know, I like, you know, I was talking to my parents today, and it was like I don't get why like there's a travel. Well, why they're putting like the restrictions all the way up in like Lillooet, because and I was like, Mom was like, well, Whistler's a part of the Vancouver. I'm just like, okay, first of all, this whole combined in one, stupid. You have to split Vancouver and Fraser because now that you have it open, people can just go to the beach, all crowd in there. But if you close it, people can't do that, you know. And it's great, but like, I mean, realistically, you know, even with the nice weather, you go down to a beach, it's fucking packed.
Yeah, and I have this psychological effect. Like, let's say I'll go to the mall, right, to buy something, and I see people, and my head just starts to fucking hurt, and like I feel like it's hard to breathe. But I know it's all in my head, man. But like, fuck, when I see a group of people now, my body's like, stop, leave now, just don't go any further. I want that feeling to go away.
What the fuck was I gonna say? Holy shit.
I was talking about clubbing some girls.
Yeah. So yesterday when I was hanging out with
Oh yeah?
she was talking about it too. She's like, dude, I am like so close to the age where it's not acceptable to go clubbing, and I'm losing those years right now.
I know. We're gonna turn 30 before everything opens, and it's gonna be like we go to the club. It's gonna be full of like 19 years old. You know, like I'll still go to the bar, but like, dude,
it's not the
my
same.
God.
Well, yeah, I mean, fuck, man, like I'm old, but like it's kind of funny
You're
because like
you're only a year and a couple months older than us, dude. Chill.
But like even if you go on like any dating sites, people are starting to put vaccinated, not vaccinated, and just like it's funny.
You know,
It's
honestly,
just so freaking weird.
I don't really like. I think it's those stupid people that make a big deal about it. Like, oh my God, you're not vaccinated. Like, fuck off. Like, I don't really care.
I don't care.
You aren't or you aren't.
Yeah.
Like, if you post it, cool. But I think
Exactly.
it's those people that like, oh my God, you're not vaccinated. Like, fuck off. You don't be near with. Even if they're following the rules, like let's say wearing a mask, all that shit. It's just like, yeah, those stupid people. Yeah, I don't give a fuck, man. Like, it's not their fault. Like, unless they chose not to get it, then fuck you. You're stupid. I'm sorry, but like for me, like I can't get vaccinated yet. Like I can't. Like they won't let me unless somebody out there steals ones and just get one for me, please. I live, you know.
Well, good news on that front, is Pfizer got approved for people, kids 12 and older. So that one seems to be moving along. And if we can start, I know we're not even close to our age group yet, let alone kids. But like, if we can make it all the way through to 12 plus, I think it's better chances. Because I know the herd immunity thing is getting hard now.
Yeah, exactly.
Just because the numbers are so low.
Yeah.
But getting the kids and then the places that are most populated, that's going to work out better. The issue that's happening now is just the way it's kind of like this black and white side, not black and white. I meant to say like there's a bright and dark side to how when we needed the vaccine, governments paid companies directly to fund, like basically make orders, but it was like investing money. And that money allowed those companies to develop the vaccine really, really fast, right? Because they had so many resources. Great, bright story. But because of that, the countries that gave the money were the rich countries, right?
So that's
Which
why
are usually the first world countries where they have better medical systems, they have better healthcare, they have just better access, and they are a little bit better equipped to handle that. But they're getting the vaccines first. And the poorer countries, the third world countries, or, you know, the countries that have large populations where this vaccine, this disease has the ability to spread quickly and also mutate really, really quickly just because it's spreading so quickly. Places like India, we've talked about before, and a lot of countries in Africa and places like that where it's a very concentrated area. They're not well equipped, and they're not going to get the vaccines first because of the system. So you have this sort of, and what you see now is kind of great too, because you see other countries kind of stepping up. They're being called out, right? They're being called out for all this, and now they're sending vaccines. But it's not nearly enough, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. What do you think?
It's exactly like the article I shared with how rich countries are going to prolong the pandemic, which is exactly what you're saying is true, right? Because the poor countries can't get vaccinated, right? And I think this is why, I don't want to say this, but it's like vaccination passports, right? Like, I know it's a tough subject. I do believe in them, just because, like, if we want to get out of this pandemic, you know, it's like, okay, so a lot of poor countries, like, unfortunately won't be able to get the vaccine, right? So if not everyone's going to get vaccinated, we don't have herd immunity, what do you think's going to happen, right? And then you have a country like India who can manufacture the vaccines, but there's a lot of backstory with that. But, like, you know, they're struggling. They now have a variant, and the variants are going to become a problem. And this is why I think the vaccine's going to turn a flu shot, where you have to have it every year or so. But, you know, we need to start sharing the vaccines with the poor countries, because, like, look at America. Like, they're almost completely vaccinated, but a lot of the other countries, like, aren't. So it's, you know,
who's making a fuss about passports again? Like, what are they saying?
People that like their freedom.
Yeah. So, but the thing that confuses me about that is, it's always been a thing. Like, even now, if you're going to certain countries, you have to take certain vaccines. Like, when I had to go to India, you have to have certain vaccines. That's always been a thing. Yeah, or you can't go. So my confusion is, like, people acting like this is a new idea when it's always been a thing. And also that the whole thing with, like, my freedoms are being suppressed or whatever the fuck, you have to look at it as a big picture. This is not about us right now. This is about the human race in general. So if you're going to be stupid, you're not going to get those freedoms, because it's not about you and your life. It's about humanity in general and how we're going to make it through this sort of thing. Because now that we're so big in population, it's getting more frequent, and it's going to be more and more and more. And we need to know how to handle it, and we need the smart people to keep going, because otherwise we're just going to die. That's straight the fuck up. Because of global warming, because of climate change, because of the systems that we have in place, and the governments, and the way we ignore the poor, and all this shit. We're all going to fucking die. Not us now, not our kids, not our grandkids, but eventually we're all just going to fucking die. So, it's fuck you and your fucking freedoms. It's not about you. That's my opinion. Sorry.
I feel like these people that are, like, saying all this shit are the people who don't even fucking travel, like, anyway. Like, you don't fucking leave North America or wherever the fuck you're from, you know? Like, there might be some people that travel that talk about it as well, but probably not as much. There's, like, this isn't a new fucking concept, and everybody talks about their, like, yo, bitch, you can't leave a country without a passport anyway. Like, you can't fucking drive without a fucking driver's license. Like, this shit isn't a new concept. You can't go to fucking ICBC bank if you don't have a fucking ICBC account. Okay, you know what I mean? Like, it's not a new concept. Like,
So to kind of clarify then, within Canada, no, we should not have that. But obviously to travel within Canada, no. Okay, you should be able to travel within Canada. It's up to you.
Within Canada, yeah.
When it comes into Canada and you want to go do other things in other countries, yes, because if you go to, like, New Zealand right now and you're not vaccinated, you could, like, infect, like, because there's no COVID there, right? So I kind of get why we need to do this. And like, if you don't want to get vaccinated, you don't get to travel.
You don't travel, yeah.
To Justin's point, though, holy shit, you know how you have a fucking lose it? Oh my god, never mind. I'll come back.
Well, hold on, let me say mine before I actually forget. Oh my god, no, okay, so, like, yeah, like, I feel like people think it's a right to travel, but it's not. It's your fucking privilege to travel, you know what I mean? Like,
got it.
You don't have the right to go to every country. Like, you gotta follow their rules. If they don't let you in because you don't have the fucking vaccine, sorry, bro, like...
Justin, what you said is actually right in connecting to Mark's point, is that most of the people who travel in a country travel within the country, okay? Canadians, like, yeah, we vacation the States too, but we also vacation in Canada, but Americans mostly vacation in the States. They go to Florida, like, that's fine, go do your thing. But, like, going to another country and having a vaccine has always been a thing, so it's not new there. And the freedom thing is just
go to
funny.
the Philippines without the vaccines, bro. You're gonna be shitting your fucking pants for fucking weeks and weeks on out.
Bruh, you're gonna be, your system's not built for that. Like, the systems out here are not built for that shit. But
yeah, no,
it's kind of, it's kind of sad because I do feel bad. Like, I feel bad saying it even. It's like, and this time I'm gonna phrase it because the best way I know how to explain it. It's like you feel bad for how stupid they are. You kind of do, right? It's like this sounds so bad to say, but you hear it and you hear what they're saying. And you understand how you can maybe be made to believe that. You can understand how if you are hearing certain things or you're looking at certain websites or listening to certain people, you can be made to believe that. But you just kind of feel bad where you're like, dude, like, come on, like, what's not clicking? What's not clicking? Yeah. We've had vaccines before. This is how we got rid of previous disease. We're just trying to do the same thing. Why are y'all being stubborn all of a sudden?
Yeah, well, and it's kind of like also with, you know, the blood clotting and stuff like that. And I'm just like, oh, people, can you pull out a calculator? Can you please start doing some math? 1 in 300, like, people, relax, you know? Obviously.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. It's like when you guys know at our job, right? When you're talking to our clients, I'll say, and they're just not fucking getting it, and you've broken it down 6 different ways, and you just don't know how to be like, oh my god, how are you this dumb? Like, I don't know. I don't know what else to do. I'm fucking done. Like, that's what I mean by this. It's just like this frustration of, and I know it sounds really, really arrogant to say. Like, that's me assuming that I'm right. And everyone's going to say, yeah, isn't there a possibility that this thing's going to turn out to be no big deal and everything's going to be fine? That's the argument that's always brought up. It's like, yeah, of course it's possible. Anything's possible. There's, like, infinity different things that can happen. But
like, literally,
if we know the worst case scenario, why don't we prevent it the best we can? Because we don't want that darkest timeline. How about we just aim for the most positive one? Why are we just hoping for it?
Yeah. All I want for the people that don't believe in COVID or don't believe it's, like, bad, I just want them to watch all these news stories coming out of India, and maybe you'll understand, you know, like, how bad it is, right? Because
I don't know.
Go ahead, Jess.
No, I was just gonna. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I was gonna say, my parents or my mom, because, you know, fuck my dad, but my mom doesn't know the next time she's gonna be able to go back home and see her family. Like, she doesn't know. She doesn't know what's going to happen to them. Like I said, we're Punjabi. We come from Punjab, which is a relatively, it's like not the poorest state by any means, but like my parents are from villages, and I've been there. I've visited. Mm-hmm. It's like cow pies to light the fire to cook your food. It's like either you have a squatting toilet. We had a proper toilet, or you just have like a little, you know, hole or whatever. Like they bathe in the same water. They dump everything in. It's just that's the area.
Hence your beef with Modi, which, you know, you should.
Yeah. And that's the thing with fucking Modi. Okay, guys, I don't know if I ranted about this in the last time we talked about it, but just did I not? Did I just rant to you guys? Oh, I ranted to you, Mark. Sorry. Yes. So me and Mark watched the NFL draft together because
fucking amazing.
Yes, it was. I've been watching more videos, dude. I need to catch up a little bit though, but I'll talk about that later. But as I was doing, I got into this rant because it's this first. Okay, when you're a Indian female, right? You're born frustrated. Okay, you're born frustrated because no one is listening to you, right? most of the time. Like, no, especially men, but usually everyone, no one's listening to you, right? You're told you're supposed to be obedient and you're supposed to be quiet and you're not supposed to have an opinion. So you grow up, I'm sorry if my voice shakes, I'm not emotional, I promise, but you just grow up really, really fucking frustrated. And I've always felt that with my own culture, the frustration that I don't want to say I hate it. Like, I grew up watching our movies, singing our music, all that stuff. I went to a religious school for 6 years. I studied my religion. It's Sikhism. Well, I'm not religious, but like, I'm an atheist, but my parents super religious. But like, I'm not coming from a place that I don't know my culture. I'm not that, you know how like people say you're whitewashed. I can write and read in Punjabi. I can speak in Hindi, right? And I know I'm rambling, but I'm saying all this to say, like, I know my country and I know how fucked up and corrupt it is, okay? And I know that man is using, just like every other fucking dictator ever, just like Trump does, just like fucking Hitler did, he uses, I don't know if it's racism, but just the hate within the country and the people, and he uses it against it, right? He uses them against them to get the power, right? He knows the biggest population, Hindus, right? And I'm going to start by right now and say I have no hate, like, this is not coming from an offensive way. I'm speaking the facts, and you can't argue with me here. Okay, the largest population in India is by religion, because religion is what controls India. That's the other thing. Religion controls India. Casteism and religion controls that country. And the biggest population is Hindus, and you want the wealthy ones, right? So it's a different caste. I don't know the caste off the top of my head now, and I know I just said I know everything, but whatever, fuck it. But but they use that shit to make them hate. He targeted the Hindus and he picked off everybody else. He started spreading hate towards Muslims. He started spreading hate towards Sikhs. He started spreading hate towards every minority group, because he knew that way, if he pumped up this main core and kept them strong and made them think that all these other ones are the problem, then he'd be good. As long as he kept giving them shit and letting the other ones fuck, they would not care. And this is that same situation where he didn't give a fuck about COVID. He went into COVID so arrogant, didn't give a fuck. He's the second largest population in the world. India is massive. But unlike China, it's very densely populated in places where, again, not really good healthcare, not much money, very, very poor, okay? And he just didn't give a fuck. He didn't give a fuck, and he let it get so fucking bad to the point where how many 300,000 people were hospitalized or dead? 300,000 people hospitalized, I think, or got COVID. Just insane numbers.
Per day. It's
per
like
day.
420,000 people.
420,000 people
That's
per day.
fucking nuts.
It got to the point where people are burning people's corpses on the street, because again, they're poor, they can't afford or whatever. But there's so many bodies, there's no space to bury them. Very, very populated country. Like, not everyone, like, people do like cremation mostly too, like we cremate, but you have burials, but there's no place to dump the bodies. They're burning bodies on the street. There's no health care. There's just people on the street. Like, it's you watch the videos, it's like, how can you say COVID's not real, bruh? Like, how can you tell me this shit isn't real? And there's variants coming out of that country and all this stuff, and while it's going on, and Modi doesn't care. And then in response to that, remember how the whole situation was going on with the farmers and stuff, and then we spoke out, and I think they did a couple like trade stuff, and mostly they backed off India because we needed vaccines, right? India was producing them. And then now, because India is all fucked up and they need help, now all these countries are coming together and giving India all these resources, right? Like this and that, here's vaccines, here's equipment, here's money, here's all this. And it's like he wins in that sense. Like now he doesn't have to pay for shit. He didn't have to do it. He didn't have to reorganize his shit or do, you know what I mean? He didn't have to help his people at all. Here comes all the help and it's being taken care of. Like, and he is getting and some people are waking up. I'm not gonna lie. Some people are waking up and realizing that, like, yo, what the fuck was that? But it's that feeling, oh, he's gonna get away with it.
Of course he's gonna get away with it, you know, and it sucks because, you know, it's like with even like this year, like with China and their Lunar New Year, they kept it quiet, and then you have like I don't know the name of the holiday, and I'm sorry about it. Jess, you can say the name of the holiday, but like where everyone gathered and you have all these election rallies, I'm just like, what the? I'm just like, it's like super spreader events, and now they're suffering, and it sucks because like whenever I see it, I'm sad because, you know, for me to, like, even consider bringing my parents to, like, the hospital and literally they send you away and they die in the car. Like, I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
like, that's hard.
Didn't you see that there was that one video of that 52-year-old lady who had COVID, that the hospital turned them away, and she think they were sitting on a motorcycle with like her 2 sons and stuff?
And she died
like,
in the car 2 minutes later.
She died. Yeah.
That's sad, man. That's fucking sad.
And then
heavy.
there was this guy who, and I think it's Punjab region, who like is doing the last rites or doing the cremations and stuff, and they were saying that these workers are basically working like they're not even getting any sleep. They're just continually just burning, getting wood, and you know, like you see the pictures of like them just lying in the smoke and stuff. I'm just like, how can you? How is this not real to you?
Because people live in their bubble, man. The people live in their bubble and they think it doesn't apply to me,
They
so
live
it
in the
doesn't apply to
land of
anybody.
the free and the privileged, man.
Yeah, man. Ignorance is bliss, okay? Climate change isn't real because I still have 4 seasons. Like, that's how the shit works, right? Whatever is real for me isn't real for everyone. And it's like, we grew up with all these truths, and for some reason, like, you always knew there was poverty in the world, or you always knew conditions like that, and we don't like thinking about it. And I still agree with the concept that you can't think about it all the time because you just can't function like that. You can't think about all of it all the time. You can't do all of it all the time. Like, you know, when people say, don't support businesses that are like anything, like animal cruelty, all this stuff. And it's like, I can't afford that, bro. Like, I know there's like, you can put in work, you can invest the time. That, I'm sorry, I don't have the bandwidth, like just life wise. So, you know, like, so I can't maintain that all the time. So fucking, I'm gonna do my best.
And this is why we're gonna talk about mental health.
Yeah. We are going to talk about mental health because speaking of it that way, sometimes acknowledging the fact that sometimes it's like I can't handle it, and it's free. It's completely open to say that, and also being in the mind space that that's okay to say. Like we three, we know as a group we have that communication of like, if one of us says, "Yo, I'm not feeling it this week," just saying that, not any reason. You don't have to say a reason. Mostly we always give a reason because we're just fucking Canadian like that, and we're apologetic as fuck. But we don't have to really. We don't have to. If one of us, Justin comes, if I come on to the guys and I say, yo, like, not this week, I just can't. Cool, bye. All right, next week we'll check it out.
Okay.
Same thing. Justin, and like Justin had to say, hey, look at your shit, boy.
Like, you know what? Recently, man, it's been pissing me off. Like, I've hearing people say like, this person's mentally ill, mentally like just the mentally, like, I get mentally unstable, like. I guess to me that makes sense. Like, your mind is unstable, like you can't think. But like when you're like saying someone's like mentally ill, I don't know. It just has like a negative,
mentally sick.
Negative,
it does.
Yeah, like it's such a negative connotation to it. It's like
you have your own struggles.
Like there's been like everybody has their own struggles, and then like there have been people like, you know, let's say that they want to, you know, end their life or whatever. Everyone's like, oh, they're mentally sick. They need professional help. Like I get it. Like I've used those services before, but not everybody needs, like, I'm doing air quotes here, like professional help. Like what does that even fucking like mean? Like why that someone has a PhD so you won't kill yourself? Like I'm like so lost in that.
I think
like translate. Like I get it. It does help to speak to someone. Yeah. You know, like I like speaking to someone I don't know. Sometimes it's a lot easier. There's no like. They don't know you. You just only tell them what you want to tell them, which is good.
Like judgment or anything.
Yeah. But like when I hear people like, oh, they're mentally like unstable, like, or they're mentally ill, like maybe they're just going through a hard time and nobody wants to listen. And like there's always people like, oh, I don't want to get too close, or like, okay, I get it, but like why does everybody, I don't know, it just bothers me. Everyone's like professional help, like what is that really like gonna do? Like this person doesn't have a PhD and you're not gonna kill yourself. You know what I mean? Like it just fucking pisses me off.
So like, well, there's one side I was gonna acknowledge that like your brain at the end of the day is a muscle. It's like it's another organ, I guess. It can get sick, right? There are certain mental illnesses that are like, it's a brain chemistry thing, or it's like the brain shape thing, right? Those are separate things. Those are separate, right? So guys don't get like, I know Justin knows that too. Like I'm just clarifying that. Don't even try to. Like, that's what he's implying. There are certain mental illnesses that are like, it's illness, that's a disease. But he's talking about, like, just the way... the whole aspect, the concept of, like, we don't talk about our emotional shit, right? Like, that's how we kind of grew up. That's how our parents kind of were. You didn't talk about it, right? We didn't acknowledge things. When you asked, hey, how are you doing? The expected answer is, I'm good, how are you? Right? That's how we were raised.
Always. But we're getting I'm feeling sad.
Yeah, but we're getting to
I don't want to talk to you. Oh my god.
Yeah,
no, it wasn't like I don't want to talk to you.
You know, just
it wasn't like,
cheer up.
It wasn't like, it was more like if you said, oh, I'm not feeling so good, people are like, oh shit, I don't know what to do. Like, it's kind of like if you threw a potato, like a hot potato, like, what the fuck do I do? But we're getting to a place now that because people are talking more and more, we're acknowledging mental health more, right? The biggest thing is just communicating and being clear with each other, right? And not putting that pressure on each other, so that you get to a place where, because I understand what it's like to feel overwhelmed, all of us do, but we don't talk about it. We need to start talking about it. And that doesn't mean you're just fucking unloading on every fucking stranger on the street. That's not what we're saying. It's that those people that are close to you, those people that you call friends or who are close to you, check in on them, man. Once in a while, just be, hey, how you doing? And actually mean it. That's all. That's what that means. And when you start doing that, when you start asking people that, they start asking you that, and then we get to the place where because you have this kind of community around you, right? And you have those one or two people that you can really connect with and bounce ideas off of. When you get in your own head and shit gets really dark, or you don't know how to handle it, or it's overwhelming, it is the best thing, right?
Yeah.
Yes, talking to someone helps, and when people say that, like, talking to someone, it can mean always professional help. There's counselors, there's therapists, there's different things there's different resources and stuff you can utilize, but you don't have to take it that way. Don't, like, you know, it can mean that I just need to talk to friends, right? I just need to connect with my people, right? And if you connect with and that's the other thing, is make sure you're always connecting with those people. Check in on each other. If someone hasn't texted you in a few days or something, or a few weeks, check in on them. Maybe that's too recent. Maybe a few months, whatever. Like, I don't know what works for you, whatever your relationship with that person, but, like, I don't know, man. I don't want to assume. But, like, with these guys, if we go quiet for a while, we check in. And it doesn't mean that you don't have to tell me. But I'm just checking, like, if I say, hey, you good? Yeah, you're good. Like, sometimes that person wants to talk and they don't even know. And I either reached out, you're like...
Even if you say something to me, like, you like, or I say something to you, like, you don't have to, like, fucking fix it, per se, or, like, give me... Like, sometimes I just want people to listen and get it out there. You know, get what I'm feeling said out there. That's it. Like, you can just be, like, at the end of my spiel and just be like, shit, that's rough. Like, I feel a lot better. That's it. You don't even have to fucking say anything, but just listen instead of, like, you know what, man, I don't want to hear that shit, or like yo, man, I think you need professional, like, what, like, I don't know. That should just really bug me.
That is just the way people. There's a few types of people, right? We know there's, like, some similar personalities out there, and some people, when someone brings up a problem, it like, for them, when they have a problem, they want just the answer. Some people are like that. So when someone asks them for help, they just provide. They think they have to fix it. They have to jump on it. And they don't mean it from a bad way. They're not trying to say. They just don't know. Their response to, oh, I have a problem is, oh, you want me to fix it? But that's not necessarily true. Sometimes someone doesn't need you to fix their shit. They just need you to sit there and just be like, can I, like, you know, like, we do it all the time, man. When we come in and fucking bitch about work, and it's like, dude, you know, don't tell anyone. It's not about that. It's because I don't mean. It's just I'm just having a moment. I need to unload this shit, and I'm gonna move on. So please don't do anything. Exactly. Don't try to fix it. Don't intervene. Just let me speak my mind so I can keep going.
And that's hard. And that's hard nowadays, especially because, like, even, like, well, this wouldn't happen to me now, but, like, well, okay, to other people, it's like when you call for help in certain places, it's like, well, as a black person, you're scared nowadays. But, you know, like, like when I needed help before, it's like, police come and then they're just like, yeah, we're going to take you to the cops. And it's like, now you don't reach out for help at all because it's like, you didn't listen. You just thought I was going to do something stupid. That's not the point of this, right?
I'm sorry. We were talking about this. I told you guys how I was listening to a lot of, like, murder mystery podcasts and stuff. And there was this, like, really sad story that I was listening to. And it reminded me of that, where this girl got, like, abused and they kept going to social workers and just everyone ignored it. Sorry, I don't know why I'm going off on this tangent. I'm still a little bit high. Anyway. I want to check in with you guys. I want to check in. 1 to 10. Where are you at? What's going on? Start with Justin. Or do you want me to start with Mark? Your call.
I'm probably like at a 7 right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably at about a 7 or 6.
Both at a 7. Why would you say? Oh, why would you say 6?
You know what? Honestly,
Let's bring it down to a 6.
Shit at work, you know, not being appreciated for what I do / stuff that's out of my control, you know, and now I'm at home again and losing the social aspects in life. But, you know, obviously I'm realizing it's low and I know what I need to change and, you know, working on that, right? Obviously I think for me it took a while for me to even realize, okay, there's something off. I know there's something off and realizing something needs to change, right? Because before I was just like, yeah, I'm depressed, pissed off, life sucks, right? But you know what? It's I'm just motivated to be happy and do what I need to do. I'm finally going to see my parents after 6 months, you know? So that's going to be something amazing. And I'm just, you know, things will get better, obviously, you know? Because, you know, for advice to anyone's out there, it's like, just remember one thing: someone somewhere is having a worse day than you are. So,
Mark, I totally I get what you're saying, and it's funny that you mentioned it because remember we talked about last time with the whole Tom Brady change thing, and now I'm not talking about him again. Sorry, but sometimes you hit that place where you know you're it's not just a rut, but you need to make a change, just like you said, and the biggest step is just acknowledging that, and that's the big. So we applaud you for that, first of all. But second of all, the fact that you already have a plan, because I know we talked, you already have a plan, you know what you need to do. It's scary, right? But the reward is so much higher than the risk, right? So I'm glad that you made it through, dude.
Yeah, you know, you have to realize that obviously we're gonna have good days and bad days. Obviously, you know, for me, I just try to think positive, and you know what, for me, I just learned. Even when I went to school for counseling or whatever, that's how you know, it's just you're not going to school to take care of the people, you're learning how to take care of yourself first, and gives you the tools to help other people. And it's you know what, honestly, one of the biggest things I think for me is, even if you're having a bad day, if you think you're going to have a bad day, even tomorrow, if you think tomorrow's going to be shitty, it's going to be fucking shitty, right? It's all about how you think about things. And I guess one of my things that people say, I'm very optimistic, right? I'm a pretty optimistic person, you know. I think life is gonna get better. You know, things are shitty now, but you know.
Hold up. You know, I consider the three of us pretty fucking friendly people, right? Right? But this is one type of person I know that all three of us fucking hate, and that is someone who bitches and fucking complains but doesn't change anything. You're gonna come to me for advice. I'm gonna give you advice. You go back. You do the same shit. You come back and you bitch, and you do the same shit. And you come back and you bitch. And then I'm just I'm fucking losing my fucking mind. It drives us all fucking nuts.
I'm the victim fucking person that I fucking hate, man.
I want you to rant, Justin, because I know you hate that shit.
You're not the only victim. That shit pisses me off. Shut the fuck up, because your manager didn't give you a fucking break. Bitch, she told you to take your break when you're fucking ready, but you decided to fucking do another thing. Fuck you.
No, not just that, Justin. I'm talking about when people when you're a guy friend or a girlfriend comes to you and they say, oh, my boyfriend so-and-so, they're doing all this, and you give them advice and they go back and do the same shit, come and bitch about it. And they go right back to that same person. And you're just I can't fucking do it.
Yeah, that's when I don't want to help you. It's yo, he fucked Jeanette, Jamie, and Wilma, and you still love him? Okay, cool. Fucking go for him then. Stop bitching though.
Yeah. The first thing I learned about counseling when I went to school: never counsel your friends for free.
Oh man. Yeah, that's true. Buy me some shit. But
bro, fuck man.
So the fact that Mark saw that shit and was because oh my god, how many people? Another thing, Justin, because now you're in that position that you're in at the place that we work. People come to you all the time holy shit, man! I lost it as I was talking.
Woman, you're feeling amazing about life, and so am I. Right
no,
now.
Hold up! This is insane. Where was I going?
Look, they come to me and I tell them, "What do you think? Why?"
Oh no! Yes, that's what I was gonna say. Holy shit! No, it's yo, I need to get this. My job sucks. I hate my job. This company sucks. All this, and you're dude, there's so many opportunities. There's this you can do. There's that you can do. They go. And they go back, they do nothing at all, do the same shit, and they're just fucking hate this, the job sucks. It's dude, you've been doing that position for this fucking long. you're not changing anything. You're not doing anything.
Yeah.
There's so many things you could do. And I know that drives you nuts. But Mark,
Yo,
that's what I
it
said.
drives
Commend you.
me insane. I commend you, bro. But yeah, that
Or when they
shit
tell you.
drives me nuts.
Because you know how, Justin, they tell you, they like, you got lucky. You got lucky. I don't know how you got out of here.
Honestly, when people say I got lucky, like, fuck you. You know I was lucky? Because I put myself in that fucking situation. I never gave up. Like, it was a living hell, okay? Like, it wasn't fucking easy. But you didn't put in the work, so fuck
Dramatic
you.
ass.
Yo, honestly, no. It pisses me off when people like, oh, you got lucky.
Where'd you go?
No, I didn't get fucking lucky, bitch. I started this fucking day one. I started this shit day one.
True.
Like, people,
this boy
people
came in
think,
saying
like,
he wanted.
Yeah, people think like I got it within like couple months. Like, no, bitch, I've been working on this. Like, I didn't get fast tracked. Like, you know what? I just did what I had to do. I didn't give a fuck about anything else. Like, people don't understand. Like, if you don't struggle, it means you're not doing enough. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, there's a certain struggle you should go through to get where you want to get. Like, if it's not, then fuck are you doing, man? I'm sorry.
You gotta be changing. You gotta keep. There's always something to learn. There's always something to change. There's always something to build on. If you're the same person next year that you were last year, like, it's this bullshit. You're fucked up. You're already fucked up.
Yeah, and
so,
you know what else pisses me off?
What? Tell me.
Advice, because you're an expert in that certain thing.
You keep cutting out, bro.
Wait, what, dude? What the
I think
fuck
it's my
did you
internet,
just
yo.
say?
I think it's my internet.
Oh shit. Okay, keep going.
Yeah. But you know what pisses me off? It's the same thing with anything. Like, they come to you because you're an expert at something, and you give them advice, and they listen to some fucker elsewhere. It's like, why are you coming to me for advice? You're not listening. Like, I'm telling you how to get to where you want to get, but you want to go to that fucker over there who's not been doing anything for the past fucking 3 years of their life, still at the same place, bitching, complaining. Well, like, yeah, well, fuck you then, bitch.
Like,
that's why you're still there. Like, bruh.
Doing
like,
the same shit fucking change nothing. Doing the same shit every fucking day and still bitching about it. Like, dude, what did you change? You're always expecting everyone else to change. My mom does this. My girlfriend nags me. My boyfriend does this. What the fuck have you changed? What the fuck have you done? Why are you just sitting there bitching about other people's shit? What have you fucking done? You can't control anyone else. You can only control yourself. So yeah, Mark was like, fuck this shit.
What more can you do?
Yeah, Mark was like, fuck this shit. He grabbed Blake by the balls again and is going out there again. Happens.
Boom.
What's that fucking song, yo? Sometimes love knocks you down? Some shit like that?
Sometimes love comes around.
I don't remember, but yeah.
I think it's
Knocks you
Carrie
down.
Hilson.
Yeah, that's who it was.
Man.
That song. Okay. But yeah, man. Good job, Mark. Good job.
What can I say?
What about you, Jess? Where are you at? Where are you at right now?
Whoa, me. Not gonna lie. Last month was like a 2 or 3. Like it was tough comings, right? But
Yeah.
when tough going, so I don't know what the fuck tough comings means. What the fuck's tough coming? Anyway.
Oh, I know what's coming.
No. Anyway, I was gonna say, but then when I got to that point, I'm at that place now where when I get to that point, I know what I need to do. I let myself wallow in it, right, for a little bit, because you need to. You need to release it, right? And I remember, I'm not doing this for any sort of sympathy. I'm just sharing, okay? Fuck off, or anybody. But you know, like I was at a place where like I was just crying on demand. Like all I could do it was just instant. Like I was at that point. When you get to that point, you feel it all, you let it all out, and then you put in the plans, which was, for the first time, I felt like I actually acknowledged that I have people I can go to. Like, I used to be at a place where I was like, no one fucking cares, no one wants to hear my shit. I think we all do that, right? Like, you really want to reach out to somebody, but you make all these excuses, like, no, they don't have the time, no, they're not gonna care, right? We all feel it, like, so there was something about this time, and I think it's because I was at my low right on my birthday. That was early April. And then on my birthday, there was messages and stuff, and then I just sort of, I think it's just because it was so close to that I was going through it, that I was like, I can have people I talk to, and I reached out. I told those closest to me what was going on, and then at the same time, I also looked into getting a counselor, and I did that. So I did the 2. I made sure I let people know that I'm at a low place. Because when you're at a low place, guys, you got to let someone know. All right? Yeah. That's how you end up with situations where something happens. Who's fucking with their mic right now?
That's me. I'm sorry. My brother came in the room. I got fucking scared.
Justin. Swear to God.
It ain't me.
But like... but y'all know what I mean, right? Like, you gotta let people know if you're not okay. I'm saying this to everybody because you get those stories where someone, takes their own life and everyone around them's shocked. And that's not fair. If you didn't let people know, like I know there's stories where let people know it still goes on, I know that too, but I'm saying tell the people around you when you're at that point. Because one, you're going to know who the real ones are, because the ones who actually check up on you after that are the ones who are there for you. So you can actually lock that down. So there you go. And then 2, you can get that help, man, because it's mostly in your head. A lot of that shit is just in your head, and when you voice it and you say it to somebody, you start realizing how stupid it sounds. You hear it when you're sharing it, but also they tell you, like, people give you their shoulders to lean on that. It's not a weakness. That's a strength, dude. Like, I don't know. People, there's, especially with guys, and that's why I love that you guys do connect with that side, because so many guys hold that shit in, and so many of us, it's general, hold that shit in, and deal with it ourselves. And it's like, you gotta let people know, because it's not a weakness, man. It doesn't make you weak to ask for help. It doesn't make you weak, to reach out for professional help, whatever it may be. That's a fucking strength. You acknowledge your own weakness, and you're gonna do something about it instead of just being fucking depressed, like, fuck off. But
I was just gonna say to that point, like, don't be one of those friends who are fucking annoying and keep nagging. Like, ask and wait till they come to you. Like, they'll eventually get there. But I feel like 100%. There's people that fucking nag. It's like, then I don't want to fucking tell you. Just shut the fuck up. But sorry, go ahead.
No. I 100% agree. I'm gonna expand on that. Like, if I say I'm not good, and now you're asking me every day, now you're building that anxiety back, because now I'm feeling anxious about answering you. It's becoming about you. And that's not fair to that person who's going through it. It's got to be about them. They reached out to you once. Trust they'll reach out to you when they need you again. Period. But I said all that to say that once I started doing that, and after a few weeks, because I had multiple appointments, I talked to people again, and I just sort of with help, man. Just reaching out for help. I even reached out to my doctor, let him know because I wasn't sleeping, and he prescribed me something. But reaching out to those I knew I needed to do something, so you reach out and you fix it, and now I'm optimistic, dude. I'm at I'm not gonna lie, I'm like an 8 right now. Like, I'm 8-ish, leaning on 9, right? Like, and I know that's like you're one emotional end to the other, but that's part of my shit. My head's all fucked up. I'm on medication. Don't worry about it. But it was good, and I did it so fast that it's like I think I got my systems in place, and that's another thing. Get your systems in place. Yeah. Figure out what you need. Put it in order. Because now that I worked once, I know what I need to do the next time. Mm-hmm. I'll tweak it as I go, but it becomes easier.
Called a safety net.
Yeah.
I want to say this before I forget, because it relates to Justin. I'm sorry for my AC, but the thing that I like what you said was, most of the people and back then they just be like, don't think about it, don't worry about it, But I know Jordan Peterson is fucking controversial, but I like one of his points where he's like, know how it feels. Fucking let it all sink in. Fucking feel it. Then learn how to control it. Right? Feel it. Then learn how to control it. Learn how to get better from it. Learn how to get away from it. Doing that made me feel so much better.
Bro, that's why we fucking love Marvel movies and superheroes and shit. Because what happens, even Dragon Ball Z, whatever. They get all their powers, they fucking go all out, they feel it, whatever it is, because something usually upsetting triggers them, something sad happens and they get triggered and they just got fucking let all it out. And then they learn how to control it, right? I know that's weirdy shit, but that stuff's based off real life. You apply that to real life, okay? You let yourself feel it. And once you let yourself feel, the other thing is, you'll learn how to empathize. Because now you know how it feels. You let yourself feel. So now you know how other people feel. That's the other thing, right? And now when that person comes to you, it works together. We learn from each other, man. We got to be open. That's all. And we're up here now. We're good.
We good.
Everything's flowing. The draft was so much fun.
Yeah, it was.
Fucking, you didn't watch it.
Exactly.
Oh. This guy's mean, man. Okay, let's talk about something positive. Let's finish it off on like.
You guys ever
What
watch
should we
Fred
talk
Flintstones back in the day?
Yeah, always.
Oh my God, he's gonna-
Flintstones and Jetsons, man, back to back.
Yeah, that shit was good.
You go into the past and the future. Did you ever
No,
hear
you
about
go
the theory that the Flintstones and Jetsons are happening at the same time, and the rich people are up in the Jetsons area, and the Flintstones is actually real down there?
That wouldn't.
Ooh,
It's like-
I never heard that. That's pretty. That's a good theory, though. That's a pretty good theory. Yeah, that makes
That's
sense.
fucked up, but it's just funny.
Fuck. What was
They make a
Fred's
live
name
action.
again? No, Fred's wife's name.
Wilma!
Wilma?
Wilma.
That's what's
Wilma.
up. Yeah, Wilma cock fit in your mouth.
Wilma.
Oh my God.
On that note. Take it out, Justin. Take it out.
Everybody. Goodbye, good night. Feel your feelings. Let it fucking sink into you. Learn how to control it. There's always a better day. Think forward. There's always another day tomorrow. And we'll see you.
Punching his fist, so
next
he's
week.
Punching his
serious.
fist.
That was actually
Love you
my
guys.
dick, but,
Be
yeah.
positive.
Your dick?
Yeah, he's gonna
What were you
punch
Oh, why'd
punching?
you call Mark a dick?
No, what were you punching? Did you say your dick?
My hand. Everybody,
yeah,
again,
punching your
we've
fist.
received a lot of comments and messages on the IG.
Oh my god. Anyway, bye.
Again, remember,
Okay.
it's Jess.
Take us out.
Love
Pause
and
it.
peace.
Stop it, Mark. Mark, right now.